When a taxpayer disagrees with an assessment, there's a ladder for justice, starting with the assessing officer, going step by step up to the Supreme Court. So, what this will provide? This will provide a way for justice, fairness, and for review at each stage. So, finally, can assume that he will get the justice. So, I am talking about the hierarchy of appeal in the case of income tax assessment. So, we know that assessing officer is taking the first decision. So, he will assess the case and he will give his final decision. So that if the taxpayer is not happy with that, he can go to the first level of authority, that is the Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals or Additional Commissioners of Income Tax Appeals, as per section 246A and 248 of the Income Tax Act. So they will review the case and they will take a decision. So it can be enhancing the case, reducing that case, approving that case, or nullifying the case based on the decision. So remember that if they are increasing the fine or penalty or appealing, then both the parties will get an opportunity of presenting their case before the additional commissioners or commissioners of income tax appeal. Now, if they are not happy with that, they can go to the next step. Either the tax department or the taxpayer is not happy, they can go to the income tax appellate tribunal. So this is independent of the income tax department. There's a judicial, it's like a tax court. They will review the case and they will take their decision. And from here, if they are not happy with that, either the income tax department or the taxpayer is not happy with the decision, they will come to High Court. Based on the jurisdiction of the case, the High Court will decide that. Remember that High Court will never review the case again. They will give only the legal opinion. They will not re-examine the facts of the case. Only the legal interpretations they will give. Again, the last step, that is, they can go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court judgment will be final, and this will ensure justice to the taxpayers or the income tax department. So if you see that assessing officer is taking the first decision, Commissioners of Income Tax Appeals and Additional Commissioners of Income Tax Appeal is the first judicial authority to look into the matter. They will give their decision. Then if they are not happy, they will come to Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. So that is like a tax court. From there it will go to High Court based on the jurisdiction. They will not re-examine the case, they will give only their legal interpretation. And the final thing is with the Supreme Court, their decision will be final and binding across the country. So if you see the ladder of justice available to the taxpayers of the income tax department, this will ensure fairness, transparency, chances for review, and it will strengthen the tax administration system in our country.